Marchak. Are you out there, Julie?
Yeah, I sure am. Hi, Sean.
How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good as well. I'm so grateful to have you here with us. Can you tell everybody where you're calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, which is directly directly north of Seattle. I'm about a 90-minute ferry ride away from Seattle, but I'm in Canada.
Gotcha. Yes. And tell us who shared ER Shred with you.
I actually stumbled across ER Shed on my own, just being in the different isogenics groups. It came up somewhere, and then I started Googling and reading, and yeah, it struck my interest. And then actually my leader, Lisa Woolney, called me up in December of 2020, I guess, and said, have you heard about the ER Shred? And Aaron Postel was doing the ER Shred or involved as well. So it's kind of that link there.
Such a cool link. And Erin's still around. I mean, we talk every now and then. She's so awesome.
Yeah, I like Erin.
So you're one of the early ones, just like Leanne, very early.
Yeah.
Wow. And you're still here.
I didn't realize how early I was. I thought you guys had been when it was really so well organized already that I thought it had been going on a long time.
Yeah, we got to give a shout out to Chief Shreducator Heather Sika Leonard, who's healing from her foot trauma, and she's helped tremendously with all of that organization. And she's made us look very good. How's that? She's made us
it was impressive right from the get-go. So I had no idea it had just started.
So and then so I've seen your fun posts and all that. We'll get into that. This is going to be an update. Have you been ER shredding? No, wait, what's your passion?
My passion is my family. I have 3 girls that are now in their early 20s. But I still, they still need me as much now as they did when they were little. We have a family business, and that's a passion as well. So it's just, I'm just a real provider and helper. And so my desire really comes with that. And I do love sharing isogenics and the different, programs, depending on where the person's needs are.
Yes.
That feels a passion part of my life, I would say, when it comes to I love my job and I love my family business, but it doesn't fill my heart, where the isogenics portion of it fills my heart.
So cool. Love that. Me too. I get that. So give us an idea in terms of an update, maybe it would help people to understand what happened with you early on, and then, and then kind of bring us up current.
Sure. Yeah. So I started isogenics in 2015. I needed to lose a lot of weight. I didn't think I needed to lose a lot of weight. I needed to get healthy. I was 288 pounds and wasn't living a life. I had just freshly turned 41, I guess, when I started, and I wasn't able to walk any distance without aching, swollen feet. And I had high blood pressure, high blood sugar. I'd been diagnosed with sleep apnea, and I didn't want to live with a mask on the face for the rest of my life. And that's kind of what the doctor told me my life was, a severe case, and I was never going to be able to take the mask off my face. So I wasn't willing to accept that. I did not find it very sexy. And at 40, I was kind of crushed by that. So I knew I needed to make a change. I was introduced to isogenics, and it was easy. It was a program that I could follow, and I had no trouble following programs. So I got on, and I got huge results right away. On average, I was losing 20 pounds a month. I reached 100-pound weight loss by 7th month. I became a 100-pound club member. I then went on to lose I lost a total of 145 pounds, so over half of my original body weight. And I was an IsoBody finalist in 2018 and got on stage in Nashville. The first year celebration was in Nashville. And leaving that, I still, continue to love the products. I've used the products every day, but just a little lost. I'm not sure, now I was different. I didn't, I couldn't maintain a 1,400 calorie diet any longer. I was now running 10K and working out like crazy and loved the gym, and just, it was a real struggle both ways. I did step on stage in a fitness figure competition in 2018 as well. So I really dieted down to the point where it took me probably a year and a half to even just start to feel energy come back after doing that.
Oh, so yeah, you really, I
Yeah.
get it. You pushed it. Got
I
it.
went, yeah, I went pretty extremes. I said, now I'm low blood pressure. Now I'm low blood sugar. Now, like I've gone from one side to completely the other side.
Right.
So, and then, yeah, going into 2020, my husband got named IsaBody finalist. So that was a great ride. There's, lots of hype and I felt lots of adrenaline still, and it was great. But coming off of that, it was like, okay, now where are we? Now what are we doing? Like, IsaBody was a huge focus, and stepping on the stage as a fitness figure competition in the transformation category was a huge focus for me. But now what was I going to focus on? And now it's about health. Like now, I've seen the extremes, and I don't like either extreme. I look tired and worn out when I was 280 pounds and when I was 143 pounds. Like, it wasn't healthy on either end. So I want to be healthy. I want to look healthy. I want to stay young. I want to stay active. And so those are my goals now. And so, yeah, I really struggled with the nutrition part of it. Isogenics is great. Follow the 30-day system, but then what?
Right.
I didn't know where to go. And I'd worked with a couple trainers, and I'd done macros, and I'd done, carb cycling. You name it, I did it. And my last thing prior to ER Shred was, everyone's plant-based these days. I'm going vegan. So I had been vegan over a year and a half. So following the plant-based diet, a plant-based shakes only, and 100% vegan. So, and I was never a big red meat either, right through my childhood. Even it was a lot of chicken, and even that at times was a taker. So vegetables were great for me. I love vegetables. I've used vegetable garden. So yeah, it was good. But then I started to feel really crummy.
Right.
I started to ache and feel sore muscles, and my gym was lacking. My strength was lacking in the gym. Even my car, everything was just like I'm just burning a candle at both ends and struggling. I work really hard at the gym and think, oh, maybe I'm sore because of that. So what is it that I'm missing? And then add this and add that. And then you're over adding and
right.
struggling with, needing carbs in the evening and needing sugar. And I was like, I'm all over that. I needed some direction. I just need some direction. And it's unfortunate. I really think that, next time I get the nutritionist at Isogenics a year, I'm going to let her know that's a problem. There's no after the 30-day, after the weight loss. What do you do after the weight loss, right? There really is there's such a direction with the 30-day weight loss. And there's no way I can go back to eating 1,400 calories when I'm burning, 600 calories in the gym in the morning.
Right. So now that you brought us to that point,
yes,
what has ER Shred done to fill that need or those voids?
Yeah. So all the aches and pains are gone now. I used to sit down on the couch at 7 o'clock at night and everything ached. My knees ached. I'm like, oh, those darn lunges. Or my back ached. I'm like, oh, those deadlifts, maybe I'm not doing them right. Like, ached to the point where I wasn't even comfortable sitting on the couch. I needed to go to bed. Right. And I was like, what the heck? Like, what am I not giving myself? And then, I was like, I need to try something. And the ER Shred fell in my lap, and I'm like, I'm going to try it. I'm going all in. I went plant-based one day through the pre meals I made out. I was done with the saucy lentils and stuff. And I ate red meat and bacon and eggs and butter.
It's just such a hard contrast. And I love it because it's so hardcore.
Yeah. Well, I'm a kind of an all in kind of gal. Like, I don't fool around. I don't ever fall off track. Like when I commit, I really commit. So yeah. And my gym surprises me every day. I've been lifting the same weights probably for the last 5 years up until the ER Shred. And then 2 years ago, once I got in, it took me probably 3 shreds. And I'm like, why am I so slow getting this come alive or feel good? And it just took time. And I think it's just because I've extreme dieted probably my whole life, that my body says, been here, done that. we're just going to throw you a couple of balls and see what happens. And if you don't, and you'll fall off track, and then you'll go back to eating whatever again. Right. So I just stuck with it. And yeah, like all of a sudden it's like, no, I'm not going to pick up the 20 pounds again. I want to pick up the 25 pounds, or, oh my gosh, like I just pushed, 450 pounds in the leg press. Like that was kind of easy.
It was killer. I watched it. I loved it.
Yeah. And so it just, and the drive inside, the fire inside of me, and I really get it at the gym most of the times. I mean, I do get it at home, but like the adrenaline drive gets me at the gym, or pump, or whatever it is, to take it to the next level, to do better, to do more. And yeah, my body just accepts, and I don't have achy muscles or bones or joints. Like I can lunge 3 times around the block and still have good knees now. So
yeah. And you look awesome, and you're strong, and you're fierce, and like that last post with the shoulders, I'm just blown away by you. So would you say that you find this sustainable?
It is sustainable. Yeah. It is, because I feel so good, and I feel at home with this, and I'm not counting calories. I'm not counting macros. I'm not weighing my food. I've done that for the last 7 years.
Yeah.
And I don't have to do that. So I would consider that a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Then I can go to a restaurant and not worry about how much salad I'm eating. Right. Like I don't need to do that. I know how to, like, I've over the years come really in tune with my body, not so much my eating though, maybe, but now I'm in tune with my eating. Like I can eat until I feel comfortable. I don't have to eat until I feel full. Like, I don't crave the carbohydrates anymore. Like that tells me I'm on the right track to stay where I am. And yeah, I mean, there's no reason for me to change if things are still improving for me, right?
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I'm in the same place. Life hits, right? I mean, there's still ups and downs, but overall, I feel like being able to have that one piece of life kind of dialed in, it's such a critical part of life, the diet, but having that dialed in, I find personally that I'm able to thrive in so many other areas as a result.
Yeah.
I'm amazed by you. One last question for you. Are any vegetables in your blueprint?
Yeah. I've started introducing vegetables. Again, I have about half an acre garden.
Oh, wow.
So it's really hard.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing with all this stuff? So I mean, yeah. And it's a beautiful garden. Like it was started by my parents 50 years ago, and it's on a lake. So it's peat moss. It's fed by the lake. It's watered by the lake. So we plant it, like it is like as organic as I'm going to get. And so if I can eat it out of the garden, I am. And so like kale and blueberries. We had huge blueberry bushes this year, so I introduced blueberries early on in the summer. So
I love it. I love it because you mentioned how you do love vegetables. And I love that you've been able to reintroduce some vegetables and find the ones that work for you.
Yeah. I haven't found many culprits, but I have been pretty slow on introducing things, because I'm like, I don't need them. And if I don't want them, I don't have them. I really rely, like if I look at that kale and be like, yeah, I want to chew on that kale right now, then I'm going to chew on the kale. If I want a carrot, I'm going to eat a carrot. But I'm so saturated or satisfied that I don't, there's a lot of things that I'm like, like I could eat it, but I'd rather
education, Julie, you're bringing the education, and I don't even need to add to that. I don't need to say anything. And if Jesse and Susan were here, they'd be like, holy crap, our shredders are doing all of the educating for us. Hope everybody's listening. I hope everybody's paying attention, because our shredders tonight are amazing, and they really are imparting mad wisdom on all of you. Julie, we've got to move on to the next person. Was there anything else you'd like to say in closing?
No, I think, again, I'm like, the protocol is amazing, and there's no reason to complicate it. I don't know why we think we all need to get fancy and stuff when we look at a menu. Like, look at the menu, look at the protocol. It's simple. Like, you know, eat your beef, eat your salmon, eat your eggs, eat your butter, eat your bacon, drink your shakes. Like, it doesn't get any more simpler than that. So if you keep it simple, then you don't get all messed up in what you're missing or what you want or what you need, or it's just keep it simple.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Julie.
Mhm. Mhm.
Julie.